Are there any tropes that publishers just absolutely hate? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. Publishers don't really talk in tropes this way generally. This is much more of like a self-publishing thing. Now, to be very clear, everybody is using tropes. Everybody. Trad published authors, self-published authors, bestsellers, ones that aren't selling so well, the mid-list, old books, new books, everybody is using tropes. A trope is just the word that we use to say, like, this is a storytelling device that everybody can recognize because we've used it kind of a lot. If you overuse a trope, it becomes a cliche. If you overuse a trope or a cliche to the point that it becomes harmful, then it is a stereotype, right? So we are not talking about cliches and stereotypes. We are talking about tropes that are just like storytelling devices that show up often. In the self-publishing space, a lot of people use tropes specifically to sell their books. In fact, I have seen just a non-zero number of romance books where the title is just like a list of tropes. Where they'll be like, Katie's canine law enforcement romance at the holidays. And like, okay, okay. In fact, I've seen self-published authors create graphics where they just like list the tropes that are in the book. This is a good selling point, or it seems to be working for a lot of these self-published authors, but this is not a thing that gets done quite so much in TradPub. When you are querying and going out on submission, they're much less interested in hearing like, oh, it's got a fake dating only one bed forced proximity enemies to lovers. Like, that's not how things really get pitched in traditional publishing, even though you are still using all of those elements and all of those tropes within your story. The actual question, like, are there any tropes that a publisher hates? Yeah, it's the ones that aren't being done well. They hate the ones that are being done because you think you have to force a bunch of tropes into your story, or because you misunderstand how tropes are being used, and so you pull them off poorly, or they look like imitations, or they look like cliches, or like those are the ones that everybody hates, is when they're done wrong.